Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about it?
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party. Hello.
What was your friend?
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do.
Tell you something. Your lawyers are about to have a whole lot to handle. I told you once, I'll tell you again. I'm not one of these new bitches to doing this, baby. I'm 14 years in, been sued by some of the best. Okay? Check my lawsuit record. Stayed in court with Sheree. Stayed in court with Chris Stokes. Stayed in court with XYZ Company. Stayed in court with Music Company. And I'm here to let you know, baby, it's going to take more than a little piece of statement on a lawyer's It's going to take more than a little piece of statement on your lawyer's letterhead claiming rumors about an inappropriate relationship to scare me. Because if that's the term that we're going by, inappropriate relationship, the person is claiming that you had an inappropriate relationship. If that's the thing that we're hanging on to, then baby, Mr. Walker, you don't even want to waste your time sending me nothing on your fax paper because the relationship was extremely inappropriate.
Stop scrolling, because what just happened between Funky Dineva, Tamar Braxton, and Mendeecees is the kind of messy, chaotic, unbelievable drama that makes the internet stop breathing for a second. It's the kind of situation where one wrong message, one accidental screenshot, one emotional outburst can blow up the entire timeline. And that's exactly what happened, because Funky Dineva didn't just clap back. He came prepared. He came with receipts. And Tamar Braxton? She was not ready. It all started with a whisper. A tiny shade. One of those little Tamar moments where she thinks she's being slick, where she thinks she can slide a comment under the radar and no one's gonna notice. But Funky Dineva? He notices everything. And this time, he wasn't in the mood to let anything slip. People were scrolling through their feeds like it was any normal day. Gossip posts, celebrity selfies, cute dogs, cooking videos, nothing unusual. And then suddenly, Tamar hits post. And instantly, fans felt the energy shift. It wasn't what she said. It was how she said it. That tone Tamar uses when she wants to start a fire without holding the match. That soft, vague shading that only the people involved truly understand. Within minutes, blogs picked it up. People started guessing who she was talking about. Some said an ex-friend. Others said another celebrity. But the name that kept popping up was Funky Dineva. And when Dineva heard it, oh, he didn't ignore it. Not this time. Not after everything. Because the truth is, these two have a history, a long, messy, emotional roller coaster of a history. And Dineva has always been the one who, when pushed, pushes back harder. So when Tamar thought she could slide that shade through quietly, she was wrong. Because within hours, Funky Dineva went live, and the first thing he said shook everyone. "Don't start nothing you can't finish," he said. And the smile on his face? That was the warning. But Tamar didn't take the hint. She stayed quiet, which, in Tamar's world, is basically confirmation. And once fans started tagging Dineva nonstop, he knew exactly what to do. He pulled out the folder he'd been holding. And when I say folder, I mean screenshots, voice notes, conversations, alleged behind-the-scenes Tamar never thought would see daylight. People didn't even have time to blink before Dineva started dropping hints about what he had. Not the full receipts yet, just enough to get everyone's heart racing. And then he said something that made the internet stop in its tracks. She tried to play me. She tried to use me. And she tried to drag somebody else in it. Somebody else? Who? That's when the bomb dropped. Mendeecees. Yes, that Mendeecees. Yandy's husband. The love and hip-hop star who spent years trying to distance himself from mess. Suddenly, his name was in the same sentence as Tamar and Funky Dineva, and the internet erupted like wildfire. People started posting side eyes. Fans were confused. Timeline went crazy. Because nobody, absolutely nobody, expected Mendeecees' name to show up in this drama. And once it did, everything spun out of control. Dineva claimed Tamar had been trying to involve him in something messy behind the scenes. Something involving a conversation Tamar allegedly twisted. something that made Dineva feel like she used him as a pawn. And if there's one thing Funky Dineva hates, it's being used. So he snapped. He said he'd been holding onto the truth for too long. He said Tamar was trying to play the victim again. He said she'd been talking about people behind their backs. And then he said the one line that made fans grab their popcorn. I got the screenshots. That was it. The spark. The moment everything flipped. Because once Dineva said that, Tamar had two choices, stay quiet or respond. But Tamar? She's Tamar. And staying quiet has never been one of her strengths. But before we get to her reaction, we have to talk about how this whole mess got even bigger. Because once Mendeecees' name came up, fans started digging. They started connecting dots nobody even thought to connect. And suddenly, people were pulling up old videos, old posts, old interactions Tamar had with Yandy and Mendeecees years ago. But while the internet was investigating, Funky Dineva was preparing. And when he came back online, he brought the storm with him. He started reading messages, line by line. He blurred the names, but fans already knew who he was talking about. The wording, the timing, the emojis, it all matched Tamar's style. Dineva claimed Tamar had reached out to him trying to clear something up, but it allegedly felt more like she was trying to drag him into a situation that didn't involve him at all. She allegedly told Dineva that someone, maybe Mendeecees, maybe someone connected to him, had said something about her. Something she wanted to defend herself over. Something she wanted Dineva to believe, so he'd back her publicly. But Dineva said the story didn't add up. He said Tamar twisted details. He said he realized she wasn't being honest. And once he figured it out, that's when the real anger started. Because Dineva isn't just a gossip personality, he knows how to read people. And he felt Tamar was using him to make herself look innocent. That's what triggered him. That's why he unloaded everything. That's why he said, I ain't covering for nobody. Not even Tamar Braxton. When he said that, the live chat blew up. People were typing faster than they could breathe. Tamar is messy. Dineva is lying. Why is Mendeecees' name even in this? Yandy better say something. The entire internet was shaking. And while the comments were rolling in, Dineva kept talking. He said Tamar had a pattern of playing victim. He said she always cried when things didn't go her way. He said every time Tamar fell out with someone, somehow everyone else became the problem. And fans couldn't deny it. They remembered the Candy situation. They remembered the WeTV breakdown. They remembered the makeup artist drama. They remembered the sisters begging Tamar to calm down. It all came flooding back, and suddenly, everyone felt like this wasn't new. This was Tamar doing what Tamar always does, turning a small issue into a storm. But this time, the storm hit back. Because Dineva wasn't done. He hadn't even started. He played part of a voice note Tamar allegedly sent him. Not the full thing, not enough to expose everything, but enough to make fans understand why he felt played. Tamar's voice sounded tense, emotional, dramatic. Like she wanted him to take her side without even knowing the full truth. Like she was trying to pull him into a fight that wasn't his. And the moment that voice note ended, Dineva leaned back and said, I told y'all. She messy. Fans lost their minds. The timeline didn't just react, it erupted. Notifications were flying, comments piling up by the second, and people were literally typing in all caps because nobody could process what was happening. And just when everyone thought the drama had hit its peak, Yandy dropped a bomb. No long statement.
No explanation.
Just 5 simple, loaded words on her Instagram story. Don't bring me no drama. That was it, and that was enough. The internet instantly assumed it was aimed straight at Tamar. Blogs grabbed it within minutes. Screenshots everywhere. Fans analyzing every word like it was a Supreme Court decision. Comment sections were on fire, accusing Tamar of trying to stir the pot again. And before anyone could cool down, Mendeecees added gasoline to the burning timeline. He posted a picture of himself looking calm, relaxed, completely unfazed, like a man watching chaos from a balcony. His caption? I stay out the way. That's all fans needed. They took it as confirmation, as shade, as a response, as everything. Suddenly the narrative flipped. People started saying Tamar must have exaggerated, fabricated, or dragged people into mess they didn't want any part of. In seconds, the internet declared a verdict, and the drama doubled. But Tamar wasn't staying silent anymore. She went live. Her eyes were swollen. Her voice was shaky. She sounded like a woman who felt betrayed. She said she didn't lie. She said she didn't twist anything. She said Dineva was clout chasing. She said she was tired of being attacked. She said she hated being misunderstood. She cried. She sobbed. She begged people to stop dragging her. And while some fans felt compassion, others weren't convinced. They said Tamar cries every time she gets caught in mess. They said she always plays victim. They said she needs to take accountability. Tamar's sisters commented too, saying they loved her, but asking her to step back, to breathe, to stop reacting emotionally. But at that point, Tamar wasn't listening. She was hurt. She felt exposed. She felt blindsided by someone she thought she could trust. And while Tamar was live crying, Funky Dineva was watching and laughing. He went back online minutes later and doubled down. He said Tamar was only crying because she got caught. He said she wasn't innocent. He said he had more messages if she kept